Hello everyone and welcome to the Zone of Tech. I'm Daniel, and every single year Apple updates its iPad lineup. Last year we had the iPad Air, as well as the second generation iPad mini or the iPad mini with Retina display. And this year we have the iPad Air 2, Apple's thinnest and most powerful tablet yet, as well as the iPad mini 3, the third generation iPad mini. So since in my previous video I unboxed and took a first look at Apple's new iPad Air 2, well, in this one I'm going to unbox and take a first look at Apple's new Mini for 2015, the iPad Mini 3. Enjoy. So there you go. Meet the all-new iPad Mini 3 box. So when you take a first look at the box, you'll notice something interesting. Same as with the iPad Air 2 box, we get an image of how thin the new iPads really are. With the iPhone boxes, we got nothing. No image on the front for some reason. Maybe Apple ran out of ink or something, no idea. But the new iPad boxes definitely look better than the iPhone ones. On the sides, we get the iPad mini branding, again with that gray text to match the space gray color of this iPad. Nothing on the bottom or on the top. And finally, on the back of the box, we get a capacity which is 16 gigabytes in my case. But honestly, you should get a 64 gigabyte model instead. 16 gigabytes is simply not enough. This is just a review sample. But yeah, once again, get a 64 gigabyte model, not a 16 one, because 16 gigabytes is simply not enough. And we also get what's included inside the box. So as you can see, this includes iPad mini with Retina display, which is kind of weird because that's the name of last year's iPad. This one is iPad mini 3, so I don't know, maybe they kept the labels. Anyway, we also get a Lightning to USB cable and finally a USB power adapter, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so enough with the box. Let me just get my big old murder knife, as always, and cut this baby open. Cut a plastic foil, remove the plastic foil, and lift the top of the box to reveal the all-new iPad mini 3. So there you go, the almighty iPad mini 3. So let me just put this to the side for just 1 second and take a closer look at what else we get inside this box. So the first thing which we get inside the box is this Designed by Apple in California booklet. Inside that we get a pair of Apple stickers, the warranty guide, and the user guide. Then we get the Lightning to USB cable in order to charge and sync your iPad, and then we get this universal power adapter. And as you can see, we also get an adapter for this, in my case a UK one, but if you live in a different country, you'll get one which matches that country. But once again, you can basically attach any power head to this if you want. Unfortunately, we get no headphones with the iPads, which is quite a shame, but yeah, that was it. There's nothing left inside the box. Therefore, let's take a first look at Apple's third generation iPad mini. So when you take a first look at the all-new iPad mini 3, you'll notice that it's not any different than last year's second generation model. It doesn't feature the iPad Air 2's thinner design, it doesn't feature the upgraded camera, hell, it doesn't even feature the iPad 2 specs. So we still get the same A7 CPU like we did with the second generation iPad mini and the same 1GB of RAM. So then what is different with the iPad mini 3? What is it? Well, in case you haven't already figured out, the only difference, the single difference between last year's iPad mini 2 and this year's iPad mini 3 is the fact that this one comes with the all-new Touch ID sensor. And yeah, it also comes in gold, but other than that, there's literally no other difference. Nothing. Nada. That's just it. Apple also kept the second generation iPad mini as well as the first one for some reason, and they dropped the price for both of them. Which means that now you're basically paying $100 more just for that Touch ID sensor. And what's even more ridiculous is the fact that a first generation iPad Air costs as much or as less as the iPad mini 3. And with the iPad Air, you get a much larger display with a much better contrast, so getting the iPad Air, the first generation iPad Air, over the iPad mini 3 is a no-brainer. But no, don't get me wrong, the iPad mini 3 is still a great tablet. It's incredibly fluid, apps run great, games look great, and the camera is pretty good as well. But if you're looking to buy a smaller version of the iPad Air, then the iPad mini 2, the second generation iPad mini, not this one, the previous model, is the one you should be taking a look at. So, there you go. This was my unboxing and first impressions of the brand new iPad mini 3. So, thank you all for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button down there, helps me out a lot, as well as subscribe to my channel, Zone of Tech, if you want to see the full in-depth review of the iPad mini 3 as well as the iPad Air 2, hopefully by next week. Thank you all for watching. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you in my next video. Zone of Tech, signing out. Cheers.